hopefully this works out. Trying to get it on with the heat. What happens?
I've been a huge Nate Robinson fan since he's been starting with New York Knicks and of course the Chicago Bulls. So if I get a chance to go up against him in LD, I think that'd be awesome because I got Chris Webber on my team.
Sub's the man, so I think Sub's gonna handle my man Nate. I would just say, don't let Nate get in your head with any talk.
All right, game 2. We are ready.
Let's go.
Let's go. It's Nate versus Sub.
Sub, let's go, Sub. Sub. Let's do it.
Hey, Nate, I'm gonna let you know. Sub is one of the nicest on the game. Come with.
That's cool, bro. That's cool. I want to play. I want to play the best. You know how I roll, bro. Hey, Sub, don't make me talk crazy and don't let me win, bro.
Nate Robinson was a beast. Probably one of the most athletic players to ever play. Crazy how he was dunking on people.
A great view of our broadcast locations in downtown Atlanta. We're all set to bring you today's action. We're wearing our costumes. We hope you are too. Happy Halloween as 2K Sports presents Game. Brent Barry, Harlan, our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. So here's Miami's starting group. They've got Jimmy Butler. Dragic is out there with Iguodala. Then it's Jay Crowder, and it's Adebayo in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Hawks, Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. Clint Capella is out there with Collins, and it's Young in at the 1. Early on, Brent, what are some of the intangibles you look for in a team that may be taking the next step?
First of all, is the player who's returning that's shouldering most of the responsibility, is he any better than last season, Kevin? Has there been some growth in his game? Secondarily,
the great ones always grow.
They always do, and they're really sharp usually coming out of summertime, and they're ready to go. Second thing is, has the roster been tinkered with a little bit or tweaked a little bit to enhance what it is that the skill set of the star player is going to provide for their team? Throughout the next 8 months of the season.
Now, here is Young after the miss from Goran Dragic. And And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And Brent, many consider Trae Young the first product of the Steph Curry generation. He grew up in the age of the three-point shot.
I think that's pretty fair. He said he recorded all of Steph Curry's games. He studied them and tried to see where Steph was gaining some advantage, and that balance of his shooting and his playmaking, then moving without the ball. You can see all of those sort of attributes that are coming out of Trae Young, courtesy of Steph Curry.
That's good from Young.
And even with the shift from Budenholzer to Pierce, the Hawks continue to rely on the three as much as any team.
No doubt about it. I think the front office still accentuating the fact that they want to find some floor spacers after that 19th pick in John Collins, a guy that can rim run and protect the middle. They wanted to go after as much shooting as they possibly could. At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
And it's Butler missing. Now, here's Hunter, defended by Butler. Collins, great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, that's where John Collins sets up shop down in the paint, quick and athletic, able to corral the miss.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Dragic. No good that time. Good work defensively by Capella. Young taking his time here. Capella, high post. And the dunk by Capella.
Well, we know that Trae Young is a phenomenal passer, which is why you just can't leave him open like that.
Pass to Butler. And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul.
I did.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Outside Dragic. Teardrop
Get
shot.
that out of here.
Collins with the block.
No, sir. Collins sending that one away.
That's
0 for 4 now. Time to slow it down and maybe get the best possible shot the next time down.
Good ball movement here by the Heat. And the shot's good from Crowder.
And off the schneid here, 1 of 5, but that's a big one.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Back to Herter. Corner shot. Buries the jump shot.
He's shooting that with tons and tons of confidence. Herter with another catch and shoot basket.
Iguodala dishes to Crowder. Lock at 6. And the pass to Adebayo. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Young's shot is off.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
And that one, good.
It's about the awareness there for Butler. The D goes to sleep and Jimmy finds a wide open man.
I'm looking at you for.
It's Young on the wing. He's guarded by Dragic. And stolen by Butler. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And Adebayo throws it down.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Now, here's Collins.
Yeah, I figured out how to turn the settings down
Here's
for
Herter.
the broadcast. There's a setting
And the layup good by
application
Collins.
where I can turn the
Collins has
window
got his second
capture.
bucket of the night.
Pretty good body control from the big man as Collins
That
stays
greatly
focused on the
helped.
rim.
I think
Rockets the
Mr.
pass to Crowder.
had to, if you could hear me.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And out of Marquette, Jay Crowder, I think a sturdy two-way wing player.
A great system player and glue guy. He had his best years with the Celtics. On the final year of this contract, a great value considering what he brings to the table.
Free throw good, Crowder.
One thing that the Heat have done really for the last 4 years, block shots.
Well, they've had some very athletic big men. You think of Hassan Whiteside, who moved on to Portland, and now Bam Adebayo.
All right.
Length on the wings, and of course Dwayne Wade being the best shot-blocking two-guard of all time. That's always helped their defense be scrappy and challenge a lot of shots.
Now, here's Collins. And finished off by Collins.
At 6'10", John Collins getting more and more used to the physical rigors of a big man in the NBA.
That dunk was payback for that weak call.
Collins, one of the game's better dunkers.
Atlanta making some changes. Reddish, he's checked in for Hunter. DeAndre Bembry comes in for Kevin Huerter. And it's Teagan for Trae Young. And Miami also making a switch. Nunn's checked in. And you pair Collins with a passer like Trae Young? Look out.
Yeah, you get him the ball around that launch point where he can get his feet together, and Trae can pretty much throw it anywhere. Collins last year a top 20 player in field goal percentage as a roll man in pick and roll situations.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now.
Andres, you need to make me a 2K overlay that I can put over my camera for 2K OLF. Like, I think I can put an overlay from this window and have like the site's credentials around. That would be dope.
The Heat trail by 6. Pass to Adebayo.
Oh, I've activated
Outside
the
Dragic.
zone
Over
with
Teague. No good from Dragic.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Reddish kicks to Teague. Collins against Crowder. Shot by Collins, no good. The Heat have gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game.
Oh,
Now here's
Jimmy
Butler.
Butler.
He's tightly guarded, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Maybe not the biggest name in free agency,
nice.
but Jimmy Butler
That's what I'm
definitely
talking
a star
about.
player.
That's why I always come back to 2K OLF.
We're very interested
Look at that guy.
Expressed
They're such a great group of guys.
Miami and got his wish via sign and trade. We'll see if he can make them a contender in the East.
And he knocks down the first one. And great when you look at the top perimeter defenders in the game today.
And I switched. What made it easier for me,
Look, he's in the top
Andres, is that I didn't just use the OBS. I used Stream OBS. Stream OBS just it did everything. Well, come on, John Collins. So it made everything much easier. I just signed into my 2K account and then selected the 2K channel, which you so kindly set me up with, and the application did the rest of the work for me.
Let's it go with a 3.
So.
None, that's good.
I think the defense has more concerns out there on the floor. They give him a good open look from the perimeter.
Teague, the pass to Fernando. Back to Teague.
Oh,
and finished off by Collins.
That's the kind of work you want to do. Sensational ball.
Dude, the
movement
Hawks
by
are
Jeff
the
Teague there to
ultimate
set up his
letdown
man.
franchise. I mean, we totally wasted the Al Horford, Joe Johnson, Josh Smith era.
On deep.
Josh Smith was my favorite player for like a very
Collins
long
has got
time.
rebound number 5 here tonight. And the Hawks making a change here. Labissiere
Yeah, it's Streamlabs OBS. So basically, if anybody else is watching from 2KOF, it's very easy. The rules that are the way that you set it up is you download Streamlabs, and you log in with your credentials for YouTube.
Fernando, that's good.
And as long as you're connected with 2KOF, you can choose it and you set up your captures, mic, and video, and you start it. So I'm using
outside Butler.
my Windows tablet, so it's probably not as great as streaming as some other equipment that you may have.
Here's Reddish.
Ugh.
That's good. And so Teague with the assist.
I don't know, the stream,
Three
it
assists now in this one.
may be kind of choppy, but I'm on my TV that I'm playing it on. It's not very choppy. I imagine that if I
Pass to none.
hooked it up,
He dishes it to Butler. And he
if I
fakes
hooked
it
it
away.
up to a landline,
Loves
it
getting
would
close to
probably
the
be much
basket.
better.
Once he's down low, he uses that strength and quick release to get shots off.
Now here's Teague. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Hawks lead by 9.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's
The only problem is I can't see if anybody's watching. Maybe I can, but I don't see a chat.
There's 45 seconds left in the first quarter of the game.
Do you see the chat overlay on the
Now
stream
here's Butler. He's
as
covered
well?
closely.
Andres?
Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Butler's got 6.
And Butler has some insane handles, created it and just carving his way through the defense.
If so, I might need to take that off. Because if you're on YouTube, why would you need the stream overlay as well?
It's stolen. It's 2-on-1. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
And
then
the resolution,
Jones
we
with the jam.
to change
I
the
tell you what, they
resolution
won't be
frames
down
per
for
second.
long if they can get
How
some
about
more
the
early
stuttering?
offense.
The
like
stuttering, oh, okay.
Atlanta leading by 5.
I'll probably take that to the
And
lower
here's
setting.
Teague.
Change it a little bit, yeah. Oh! Okay, let's see here. My cam is over there, okay. Let's see here. It's hard to figure out where the camera should go. I guess for 2K it'd probably be best over here. Let's try it here. See what happens.
Teague's got his second bucket tonight.
Outstanding patience from Jeff Teague to take the shot over the top of some good defense and get it to drop in.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead.
Okay, good.
They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And we'll be right back after this.
Oh, I see it now. Stuttering. Yes, I can. I moved it to the top left. I don't think there's anything in the top left on the
Unique upbringing for
the
Clint
NBA game.
Capella. Spent years in a welfare orphanage in Switzerland. He said he never imagined he'd come this far.
Even as a kid, I wasn't even dreaming about that far. I would say that's even past my dreams. I mean, now I'm just living the moment,
I know.
trying to work hard.
It's so awesome.
As hard as I can, and just enjoy the present.
Just an inspiring story, Greg. It gives you perspective on why you should be
I
grateful
can't wait
for
to
everything.
play
you
an
have.
actual opponent
Kevin,
from
without a doubt,
from the league
Capella's
in here.
upbringing helped shape
So I
him,
can
and the hard work he continues to
personally
put in is really
talk to him
admirable.
about that.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. Well, from what you guys are seeing from the Hawks, what are you thinking about their performance?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
I really, I need
all that often,
a
getting
play. I
down
need
there
a
and doing that much
playmaking
damage in
to
a
guard.
quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
They've got Bembry. Reddish out there with Labissiere.
I
And
see
there's
that's
Teague.
I missed it
And it's
there.
Fernando in at the 5. So that's the Hawks 5. Now here's Labissiere. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him.
Nice. So
But if you look at Miami's future and it was
Yeah.
inside a crystal ball, that
I just got posterized.
Putting some extra on it. That dunk was way at the
More
top.
importantly,
Close game or not, he's
my
going to
lead is
finish
just
firm when he gets the space.
Go Cam!
His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Yeah, I like the player chatter.
Percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Stay with Jimmy. Stay with Jimmy
Minute
T.
and a half gone here in the second quarter. Here's Nunn.
I got some of that.
Reddish grabs the rebound.
Cam Reddish. Man, it's gonna be so
Of
good.
anybody
Keep
who
it
defends
together.
that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
T dishes to Reddish. Takes the three. And that comes off the assist by Jeff T. T's got 4 assists now tonight.
And while Teague certainly looks for his shot often out there, he also possesses strong handles and a good pass.
That's a good timeout, Eric Spoelstra.
Called the Heat. Brent, for your money,
That guy's a good coach.
the most complete player in the NBA right
He's a
now.
great coach,
Of
right?
course, in the past 2 years, nobody has.
It goes to show you that that's probably the best coach that LeBron ever had. Like,
What he has done defensively has
Ever
just
had.
been tremendous. And I know you have guys like Giannis, you have guys like
if you think
Harden,
about
you
it,
have guys like
LeBron never really had
LeBron
a
James, who are incredible players.
good coach.
Kawhi, what he
And
did
Kawhi
last year.
Leonard.
Yeah.
But Kevin Durant, to me, still is one of the most impressive complete players that we have in
I
the game.
figure I don't think I can change the PS4 remote play settings while I'm in oh, maybe I can. No, I think that's going to mess the stream up there. Let's see. I can't. I have to do it beforehand. So get back to it. I can't change the settings during a game, so I'll try to change my frame rates down for my next game.
Two minutes now played in the second
Oh,
quarter.
no.
Here's Jones. That one good for 2. Jones has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, Picasso couldn't have drawn that up any better. Perfect execution off the inbounds.
And here's Young from the arc. Rebound by the Heat. Iguodala with it.
Yeah, just nobody.
Iguodala no good.
Well, with his touch from mid-range, Kevin, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Dragic against Young. Here's Capella. Pass to Hunter.
Why?
Hawks passing it around. Shot clock at 6. Here's Young.
That's a good
Up
pick.
and it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
Yeah, it's a work in
Precise
progress.
player. When Young notices those kind of openings, he definitely is.
But just imagine if we had
Pass to Adebayo.
like dual streams with each
Takes
other.
it to Crowder.
That'd be nuts. Technology's so amazing. Like I don't know why I didn't choose that field.
Rebound Capella. Capella's got his
Sorry.
7th rebound of the game with that last one. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Cut to the basket,
The
Capella.
Hawks have been in rebuild mode for the
Gosh.
last couple of years, but this season brings a lot
Come
of
on, go
optimism.
dunk on him. There
Passing
you
on
go.
Luka Doncic, the Hawks drafted Trae Young. He was much scrutinized, but Young came on down the stretch. His playmaking makes other people better, and also, they hope, will attract a free agent or two. Now the Hawks have added several rookies, starting with DeAndre Hunter. They believe they're poised to make some noise in the East. Kevin?
They took that gamble with Doncic and getting Young. We'll see what happens. Thank you, D.A.
Alright, sure.
Young against Dragic. Young goes in.
Oh,
He's a third-generation point guard is Trae Young. His father and grandfather both played the point guard position.
yeah, I'm pretty
Both of them really helping
pretty
him
upset
rise
about
in
the
this
game.
league.
And this is his second
The
trip
last
to the
game.
line in the game.
In their
could've
last
made him
contest,
shots
guys,
and
he was
Bless his
unconscious
heart.
from the foul line.
Philly was
Collins
making
checked in
everything.
for Atlanta.
I mean, corner threes with Zach Randolph. That almost had to go by a new control.
So he gets them both.
This could go down as the win-win trade of the draft over the last 3 or 4 years. The fifth pick in 2018, Trae Young traded on draft day for Luka Doncic, and they might have put a little chip on his shoulder, one that he played with in the second half of his rookie season.
He's a good player. Hands in the corner. And that one goes long. His father played professionally with dreams of being in the NBA. When Trae grew to share that dream, his dad helped him do it.
Well, his dad also had several alarm clocks.
If you turn on these play calling messages, it kind of helps you a little bit, like to me, because I don't really know basketball concepts, like basketball plays and concepts. I know basic pick and roll and switching for defensive stuff like that for basketball. But like when I turned on the play animation and turned the play calling to auto, it helped me understand a little bit about the movement of the players getting open and how, sometimes it can be what you don't. Be much easier if you get a guy out of position. It can be much easier to get an open shot or get a clear lane to the basket.
Goes in.
But there's some guys you just can't stop, like KD.
And it's good, 2 points.
Like Kevin Durant hits like 3 or 4 contested shots against me, and I was just like, come on, dude, like, come on, bro.
Dragic against Young. Here's Herter in Atlanta again with the bucket. And it's Dragic bringing up the ball for the Miami Heat. They trail by 11. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Kelly Olynyk checked in for Derek Jones.
Damn, I have yet to get a big lead like it with the CPU. Honestly, when I play, I'm not. I played a ton of games. Like I think I played over 300 games, but like a lot of the games I have probably quit a lot of online games because I'll try to take on a historic matchup. Like against the Hawks, like I'll try to take on like the Bucks with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Oscar Robertson, and I'll have like a good first quarter, and then I'll just get blown out because Kareem is just unstoppable. And Oscar Robertson, for that matter, is unstoppable.
He gets that one. Crowder's got 9. And now the first timeout called here
I'm
for
a
the
robot.
Bucks.
What do you mean by that, Mark? Please elaborate. How do you get sound during broadcast? I'm using a program. I'm using Streamlabs. Yeah, it's terrible. It's I'm using my crappy tablet to stream from. My next stream, I'll try to use a laptop, maybe a hardline. I think if I use a hardline, it might be much better.
And Atlanta has possession.
And speeding up the offense, something the Hawks began last season.
It was interesting for the Hawks, kind of zigging while everybody's zagging, as they made it a priority to get to the offensive glass, along with
fouls,
more field goal attempts in their offense, and
there's an echo
getting
now.
some defenses fits. This
like
Hawks team built around youth, and probably the most attention-getting younger player is Trae Young. What an unbelievable
I'm using the
second
mic
half
on
to
my
his rookie season.
my tablet
Most
as well.
challenging Luka Doncic for the Rookie of the Year. Trae Young, an incredible shooter, but plays with a tremendous amount of confidence, and we'll see how far that confidence can take this young core as they continue to grow under their young coach, Lloyd Pierce.
And so T gets 2 free throws. And the question for Young now.
Yeah, check the Discord for instructions on Streamlabs OBS, or on just the OBS overlay that Andres recommended. There's a good tutorial video on how to use it.
Unbelievable opportunity here in Atlanta to become.
Seems like all of my big players are coming from
as
John
far as he
Collins.
wants it to go.
And nice to see the strong inside game they're playing this quarter.
The Hawks have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
The Heat trail by 16.
Oh, come
35
on.
seconds left in the first half. Butler up top. 6 points for him. And good that time. Butler's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And this is Butler's bread and butter. The mid-range J is on point. Got to D him up better than that.
Here's Bembry. No points in the game yet for him. By Collins, no good. Here's none. Here's the teardrop. And it's good on the way in.
That was
Always
so
fun to
nice.
look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
And so it's Atlanta enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over
Where's the foul?
during the break. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage.
I'm sorry it's so choppy.
After this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what a show being put on here for the home fans tonight. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. It was all John Collins in the first quarter. He had 18 points, 6 rebounds, and 1 block. And Shaq, what are your thoughts on how Atlanta played?
Well, they're getting higher percentage looks, good game planning, the ball is moving around. Guys aren't pulling the trigger at the first thing they see. They're definitely staying disciplined. That's a big part of what has them having the lead at the halftime.
Kenny, what do you think about Miami?
Well, the differential in rebounding was huge. And it goes back to the fundamentals. Blocking out,
John
just
Collins.
maintaining
That says John Collins has 18
Instead,
assists.
they went to the lazy man.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye, Kenny. Goodbye.
I've always found this anime, like, what does Shaq do with his arms? And they, like, go between Shaq and Kenny when doing those two animations. Like, what is he supposed to be doing? Like the Cabbage Patch? Like, I've never seen Shaq do the Cabbage Patch.
And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast.
Alright, man. Thanks for watching.
Here, John Collins getting it done today.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half. And he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Yeah, there's not any guy defensively that was bodying him up or contesting the shot. So right now he's feasting.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. Jimmy Butler is out there with Jay Crump. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And there's Iguodala. And it's Dragic in at the point.
Thanks, man. Oh.
The Heat trail by 12. Shoots from 14. Almost, but it rolls out.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really, right from the top. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Collins passes to Capella. Over Butler. Capella with the bucket. Capella's got the opening bucket to start the second half for Atlanta.
And coming from a background with player development for head coach Lloyd Pierce.
Well, I think he's great at just being a cheerleader and a confidence
Come on, man.
young team. I believe that to be a good fit here in Atlanta. He brings a great hands-on approach. And very, very important for him to think about player development as these young guys grow together.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Dragic dishes to Butler.
Come on.
leading by 14. To the middle. Here's Capella. Miami grabs the miss. Adebayo's got 4 rebounds in this game. Crowder. And
Get out of here.
rejection by Collins.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
This is it to Young. And the shot goes in. Young's got 10.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Oh, that's good defense. I should have got it.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Replay angles are interesting, Brent. Instant feedback on social media. Talk about the increased pressure now on referees to get every call.
Like a lot of ways.
So many times, Kevin, on nights where you're working games, you sit there for a minute and a half.
In super slow motion looking at the play.
And still sometimes hard to get
very hard.
What I think the league should think about doing with the competition committee is every team in the league should have 3 and 4 cameras that are mounted so that every time there's a replay at any given arena, they have access to the same angles.
For every game.
Every game. Where are most of the times these calls being missed? Where are these calls getting wronged? And how is it that we can implement some technology to help us not only get it right more often, which is the most important thing, but also a fair and balanced vision for the referees to have an opportunity to do so.
What an excellent idea. Plenty of daylight on that shot. And that's 11 points for Jimmy Butler.
And the 3-pointer is a shot Butler always keeps in the mix. Adds a nice dimension to his game.
Young inside. He's guarded by Dragic. And the shot is good. And 12 points for Trae Young.
Yeah, he's going to knock that down if you give it to him. Uncompetitive there defensively.
Defense also looking defeated. The lack of hustle is driving the coaching staff a little bit batty right now.
Here's Dragic over Young. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to go on Skal Labissière. Well, you watch Goran Dragic play, and Brent, he's so deceptive with his movement, both on and off the ball.
Yeah, I think one of the reasons why, Kevin, is the change of speeds. I also add the fact that guys who can handle the ball and are crafty and are left-handed, boy, it's tough on a nightly basis to change up your mindset to guard a guy who you know is going to go left all the time as opposed to right. Trust me, I had that with Manu Ginobili a ton of time in San Antonio. Dragic similar. Great use of speed change.
Derek Jones, he's checked in for the Heat. Both free throws good from Dragic.
And the veteran Goran Dragic still producing late in his career. Not the force he once was, but always a source of playmaking and scoring.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jimmy Butler has made several all-star teams, but he remains single-minded in pursuit of his bigger goal. Butler said, I just want to win a championship. That's all that matters. I didn't do it in high school. I do it in college. If I don't win it here, then I'll go to the 50 and over league someday. But I got to win a championship at some stage. Kevin?
I like that attitude. Thank you, D.A. Now here's Labissière, defended by Crowder. Herter passes to Labissière. Cans the 12-footer. You look at the career of Dragic, Greg, he's always been a scoring point guard.
Yeah, and as Dragic has aged, he has learned to lean more and more on his outside shot. Even when his first step and speed start to falter, he'll find ways to put up points.
Unloads from 13, and it's Miami with another.
Dragic is a solid shooter, especially from the mid-range area. On the floor.
Atlanta calls timeout.
Oh yeah, I can see it skipping frames.
And Atlanta has possession. They led by as many as 18 points. It's blocked. And there's the pass to Hero. Finishes the break with a slam.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Here's Bembry, and Jones sends it back and out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
Let's go.
The Heat trail by 11. Here's
What up?
He's got 5. There's the lob to the hoop.
Yeah,
It's deflected. And now here comes T needing the break, and Reddish with the slam.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends.
I don't know about
fast break buckets,
raw,
and the other team
but
scrambles.
this time without actual sports and really upset.
And there it is for him. Heroes got 7 points in the game.
When a player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things
we
tough
had-
on defenders.
we
You're
had-
just
we had an NBA
not sure
champion.
how to go and where your point of commitment is.
This year kicks to Bembry. Back to Labissiere. Fires from deep. No good that time. The Heat go the other way with it.
Well, one thing you can say about the Heat team, very long and very athletic.
That helped them really stay competitive
And
in a lot of games.
definitely
when
not
you
gonna
can't
have college
shoot the ball,
football.
really
Hopefully.
hard to come back in games
Hopefully
where there's
people
teams
are-
firing away from 3 and you can't mount any sort of offensive comeback.
The Heat trail by 11. To the wing on the left. The 3. And the Heat, another 3.
Kind of like playing in the rec league, little to no defense on that possession, and the easiest three-pointer you can imagine.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
Well, Bam at 6'10" might be a little bit undersized, but there's something in his activity on a nightly basis, Kevin, that feels like he plays bigger. The pogo stick gets around, covers some ground laterally, and does a great job of both protecting the rim and finishing strong.
One-third play in the third. And without a bio and finishing plays, Brent, he is a terrific dunker.
No doubt. Guys are looking for him all over the rim, and you can throw
Yeah,
it
Jeff
just
Teague.
about anywhere, and Bam is going to go up and just look for that. Bam right on you. Great energy, great athleticism, and continues to find ways in which he can make solid offensive contributions for the Heat.
Hero passes to Jones. Here's none. 6 on the shot clock. The Heat need to get a shot off. Here's Hero. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Hawks leading by 10. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Olynyk.
And when Kyle Korver played for Atlanta, he set a league record with at least one three-pointer in 127 consecutive games.
And to think that you just wouldn't have one of those nights where nothing was going in. 127 is pretty impressive. Record was broken eventually by Steph Curry in 2016. But for Atlanta, that 127 is still a team record. And you wonder if one Trae Young might have his eyes set on it.
Oh man, the stream is terrible.
first one falls for him.
And Teague can be a knockdown shooter, especially from the free throw line.
Collins checked in for Atlanta. And Miami with a change here, too. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Jones. Here's Nunn. Teague covering. Nunn passes to Adebayo. Now, here's Reddish. Defense right on him. The shot from the low post is good. Reddish has got 11 points.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Hero. He has 7. And the foul on Cam Reddish. That's his first foul. We've got 13 seconds left in the third. Here's Nunn. Over Young. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. It's Atlanta. They lead by 14. We'll be back shortly live from State Farm Arena. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. The Heat trail by 14. Reddish and Collins at the small forward and power forward.
I'll probably have to do
Then we're out there with Young. And it's Fernando in at the pivot spot, Manning in the middle. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Got a hand on it. To the inside. And Reddish with the slam.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Nunn passes
Do you want to say hi to the viewers? Well, say never.
Over Collins. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And one issue for the Heat for years now, inefficient shooting.
Well, young players are learning how to defend, so you need to do that first. But if you can't go down on the offensive end, and you can't find ways to dig out of holes by shooting the basketball, you get down 10 or 12 points. Defense sometimes isn't enough. They've been the bottom third in points scored for quite a while.
That free throw good from Butler.
You know, and Butler wasn't a starter until midway through his second season. But since then, his minutes have gone up, and his productivity has gone way up.
On the box making a change. Capella's checked in. Jay Crowder's checked in for Miami. Able to get 1 or 2.
John Collins, an amazing young talent in this league, one of the best run and jump athletes that we have at that position. So fluid out there, gets out in transition, and that's where this Hawks team can really show its young talent.
17. Nunn passes to Olynyk. Collins comes over with the double team. Nunn rebounded by the Hawks. It's Young on the wing. Olynyk is covering and finish off.
Oh my God! I wish the stream wasn't so choppy because that dunk was incredible.
They'll take that. And it's that quick second and third jump capability for Collins, Brent, that really stands out.
Makes you really tough to box out. You understand not only where your teammate's shot missed, but your own shot on the inside. And John Collins can read where it's coming off the rim, get to the ball, get right back up and score.
And Reddish, the bucket on the assist by Young. Young's got assist number 7 for him tonight. The Heat trail by 21.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Now a timeout called by Miami. Ray, you know, the NBA not the only league with great players and great play. Talk about some of the other prominent leagues around the world. There's some terrific competition.
There's some great competition overseas in the Turkish leagues. Some very good players that play in the Russian league. There are some great players who are coming out of Australia, and we're actually seeing players now skip playing in the G League to go down to Australia to start their development and professional careers. So when we talk about the world game, Kevin, we're not joking around. It's a very real thing, and we continue to invite the best players that we can find, and they come from all over.
Changes. Hunter's checked in for Reddish. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Benbury. Goran Dragic is checked in for Miami.
What? This is beyond cool.
Dragic against Young.
How do you say so?
Dragic the pass to Iguodala. And the rejection by Collins. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Andre Iguodala comes up with the rebound. It's Crowder on the wing. Again, the miss by the Heat. And so Young will bring it up for Atlanta. Left side, Collins. Good work defensively by Crowder. The Heat trail by 21. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Last year, the average salary for a starting point guard in the NBA was the highest among all positions. Why would that be?
Well, with the way the game has changed, Kevin, there's certainly an emphasis on being able to find guys who are initiating offense, scoring the basketball, shooting three-pointers, and you're seeing a big shift in salaries between point guards and bigs. That's where the biggest disparity is. Centers in the league less and less of an opportunity to have the extended big money contracts because the game has moved to perimeter, and if you're a big that cannot play on the perimeter, there's not a lot of teams that are willing to invest a significant amount of their cap space into the center position. They want guards and wings who can play out there and do the damage for them.
Collins kicks to Hunter. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Hawks lead by 21.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Dragic dishes to Iguodala. Outside Butler. Shoots from the baseline. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
And the confidence from Butler on display. Doesn't hesitate for a second and just sinks that shot with ease.
Back to Young. It's hauled in by the Heat. Butler in the corner. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Clint Capella.
How about the strength inside there from Butler? Just excellent at finding ways to get the D to foul him down low.
That free throw good from Butler. And how often do players argue calls knowing that they are in the wrong? They know they're going after something that was the correct call.
Let's just say often, Kevin. I mean, you just never the whistle.
Are they thinking ahead in terms of saying?
I don't think so. It's emotional. It's just an emotional reaction. I mean, you're out there running around and doing what you do, and you get a whistle. You're going to react to it like, oh, I did something wrong. Why am I in the principal's office right now? I want to get my side up. I know you saw it. Everybody does.
That sounds like you may have done a lot of that.
I tried to avoid that, Kevin.
Did you? Yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't think that's healthy for you and your reputation.
Young against Dragic. Here's Collins. The shot, no good. Good work defensively by Crowder. The shot by Butler, nobody around. Miami no good on that time either. Atlanta leading by 17. Now, here is Young. And he lays it straight in.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct.
It's about time Poole started fighting.
He's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
Jordan player of the game, John Collins.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
He's played up to his full potential tonight, and he's been playing to the crowd, too. He loves being the star attraction, even if it doesn't happen on a regular basis.
Dragic with a clever play there as he gets close to the basket. Not surprising at all that he finds his way to the charity stripe.
And the Hawks, a completely new group on the floor. Good on the second free throw.
Well, when it comes to free throws, Dragic is just money from the line.
The Hawks leading by 18. Now T. Pass to Graham. Pass to Labissiere. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Still developing inside, but you see the potential from Labissiere. At his height, he's a threat to score.
Teague against Dragic. And so it's Teague with it. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Awesome job by Jeff Teague to pick up some steam on the drive and pick up a foul in the process.
The first one falls. And so Teague hits 2 free throws. And the contract structure for NBA first-rounders, 2 years guaranteed, 2 years of team options, qualifying offer. Brent, should we consider changing that up?
I think it's working pretty well, Kevin. I think every front office is out there trying to find players out there that are giving you value beyond your contract. And that happens a lot when you're a team that has a first-round pick, 1 through 10, 1 through 20, and you hit on a draft choice. You potentially could get 3 years and sometimes 4 when you have incredible players coming into the league as their first year, changing franchises around. But a player that's providing way more value than the contract that they're getting at that time. So I don't see that changing much. It gives teams a long enough time to evaluate the talent coming in.
Seems to be working.
It does, and the players that prove it are looking at the calendar saying, "Did I fast forward 3 years because I really like to cash in on what I'm doing?"
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Atlanta.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for John Collins.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
And Atlanta has possession. It's good.
An impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
Here's Dunn. Misses.
Well, that's a wrap, folks.
Prevent that shot from going down.
And so Atlanta takes this.
Here's to looking forward to a not so choppy screen next time on the stream. Likely tomorrow.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellence.
If you haven't heard of us,
potency from an offensive standpoint as well.